4.7 Transformations of Polynomials. This is on page 206 to 208 in your textbook. And here we go. What you're going to do is write transformations with polynomial functions. So, number one, let the graph of g be a vertical stretch by a factor of 2 followed by a transformation 3 units up on the graph of f of x equals x to the 4th power minus 2x squared. Write a rule for g. Alright, so again, that followed tells me I'm going to do it in 2 steps. I'm going to write a rule for g, so I'm actually going to start by writing a rule for h of x. The first transformation is a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Vertical stretch means that 2 comes out times f of x. Alright, I'm going to replace f of x with x to the 4th power minus 2x squared. Anytime we have a vertical stretch, we are going to distribute. So I put that 2 out there in front, parentheses, to indicate I am distributing here. Go ahead and distribute. H of x equals 2x to the 4th power minus 4x squared. Okay, nowhere else to go, right? Done with that part. I'm moving on to g of x. So my next transformation, g of x equals a transformation 3 units up of our h of x, right? So easy, h of x plus 3. Replace h of x with 2x to the 4th power minus 4x squared, and I'll be done. And then just plus 3. Done. That's it. Alright. Again, going about this really the same way we've gone about things before. Let's go ahead and look at number 2. I'm going to change the stretch to a shrink. Okay, just to, because I'll do a horizontal stretch here. Anyway, I would like you to try number 2. Give it a go. Take your time. I want you to pause it now because I'm going to show the answer. Okay, here we go. Number 2, right there. G of x equals 1/2 x to the 5th power minus x squared minus 4. Pause again if you need more time. Let's go ahead and do number 3. Alright, here's where it gets a little more challenging for number 3. It says, let the graph of g be a horizontal stretch by a factor of 2 followed by a translation 3 units to the right of the graph of f of x equals 8x cubed plus 3. Write a rule for g. Alright, again, followed by tells me I have 2 steps here. I'm going to start with h of x, and it's a horizontal stretch by a factor of 2. Horizontal, again, is counterintuitive, so horizontal will go in the parentheses, and it's not actually 2, it's the reciprocal 1/2 x. Okay, so now I have h of x equals, I just replace x's, just that 1x, with 1/2 x. So now I get 8 times 1/2 x cubed plus 3. Always do my exponents first, so I'm going to take 1/2 cubed. H of x equals 8 times 1/2 cubed is 1/2 x, 1/2 x, 1/2 x times 1/2 x times 1/2 x is 1/8 x cubed plus 3. I am going to go ahead and distribute this 8, which really means I'm just going to cross cancel those. Alright, so I'm going to be left with h of x equals x cubed plus 3. Alright, perfect. Nowhere else to go from there except to move on to the next part, and that is going to be a rule of g of x. G of x is a transformation 3 units to the right, so that is h of x minus 3. Okay, x minus 3, again, horizontal shift is counterintuitive, so going to the right is x minus 3. Plug it on in. So now I have g of x equals the quantity of x minus 3 cubed plus 3. Alright, so here's where it could get challenging, and here's where we're going to do some binomial expansion, Pascal's triangle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so here we go. So I have g of x equals, I take my first term and I cube it, and it's going to be plus 3 times my first term squared times my second term, plus 3 times my first term times my second term squared, or b term, whatever you want to call it, and then plus my b term cubed, and then plus the 3 in the end. Okay, so I put Pascal's triangle or binomial expansion in there. G of x equals, now I simplify, x cubed, I get negative 9x squared. Negative 3 squared is 9, times 3 is 27x. And, and then negative 3 cubed is minus 27, and then plus 3. Now I'm just going to combine those, so my answer is g of x equals x cubed minus 9x squared plus 27x, and then minus 24. And voila! We have it. So now in our transformations, we may have larger exponents where we have to add that binomial expansion in there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and flip. Actually, there is no practice on that one. I'm going to go ahead and just show number 4. And this is modeling mathematics. The function v of x equals x cubed plus x, 1/3 x cubed minus x squared represents the volume in cubic feet of a square polygon, or pyramid, And the function h of x equals v of 3x represents the volume in cubic feet when measured in yards. So every 3 feet is a yard. So it's 3 times x. Write a rule for w. Interpret w of 10. Alright, so 2 parts. Write a rule for w and then interpret or evaluate for 10. Okay, so first of all, w of x equals v of 3x. Alright, well v of x is right here, so I have w of x equals v, I don't want the v, equals 1/3, and I'm going to replace 3x for x cubed minus 3x squared. Okay, now I'm just going to simplify. So w of x equals 3x cubed, so that's 27 x cubed minus 3x squared is 9x squared. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and divide 27 by 3, and I get 9, and that should be it. W of x equals 9x cubed minus 9x squared. Okay, there is our rule for w. Right now, to interpret w of 10, I'm just replacing x with 10. So w of 10 equals 9 times 10 cubed minus 9 times 10 squared. W of 10 equals 9 times 1,000 minus 9 times 100. And w of 10 equals 9,000 minus 900, which equals 8,100, and that is going to be feet cubed. And that's really the answer I'm looking for right there. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Drop my pen cap. Alright, what I'm going to do is ask that you try number 5. Alright, and I'll show that answer there. I'm going to show it in just a second, so make sure you pause. And here is the answer to number 5. Oh, never mind. Right here is the answer to number 5. Alright, and that is it for 4.7, you guys.